So, when's the first time you became homeless?
The first time,
Yeah.
it was back in about 75, 74 is when Kent had the open shelter behind the spaghetti warehouse. I
Yeah.
think about that time.
And what happened that led up to you becoming homeless?
Me and my family kind of don't get along, so they done their thing. I done mine. I just got tired of my family doing this, doing that, so I just done things on my own.
How old were you?
How old was I at the time? I was about maybe, I don't know, 20, 28, 29 maybe.
Okay. So, Eleanor, tell me about the first time you became homeless and what happened then.
Well, the truth of the matter is I became homeless because I was living in Colonial Village. It was full of bugs. I hate bugs. I can't live in Florida because of the bugs. I had bed bugs at first. They came and got them. Then I had roaches real bad. But then here I come, I had rats. Like, they was coming up on the stickies. Like, my ex-boyfriend had all these traps laying around, and it was just right there in the closet. Like, we'll catch 5 a day coming up on the sticky, and they mentally abused me. They terrorized me. It was too much, and so rats was all over the crib. I had all my stuff in bags, packed up, and that's really what ran me out was the nest in the house where the rats came in all the time.
How old were you then?
I was about I'm saying. I might have been about 55 years old then.
Okay.
Mom and Dad sold the house and they wanted to move to Florida. I didn't feel like going at the time. But eventually, I went down that way.
Okay. Then what happened?
I stayed in Florida. My dad passed away. My mom moved to El Paso, Texas. I didn't want to go all the way out there. Then I got my butt in some trouble. So, and like you don't get in trouble. Mm-hmm. I'm not no angel. I made some mistakes in my teenage years that I regret, but that's in the past.
Who hasn't?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
And how long have you been homeless now? You're homeless now, right?
Yeah, about 5 years.
5 years without a place of your own?
I haven't had a place because I went to live with my sister.
Okay.
And she got killed.
Yeah.
I lived with her for 2 years. She was really a sister. I truly missed her. And she got killed. So then I felt homeless again.
Okay.
So I went to the shelter, and the shelter was just a little bit too much for me because didn't nobody want to clean. And I'm a clean freak. I'll clean. It was pretty nasty in there. And I just got tired because it seemed like the more I cleaned, the funkier it got. So I just had to bail out. So now I live on the street. I live at the drunk tank now. Okay. So that's how I became homeless.
And after that, then your mom moved to El Paso, and then did you come back to Ohio?
Yeah. Then that's when somebody told me about that mission that Kent ran behind the spaghetti warehouse. Hey.
That is right over there at the open shelter. Mm-hmm. And then what was that like?
It was kind of different, kind of odd in some ways, but at that time I was waiting for my Social Security to kick in. And I was getting food stamps, and back then they give you food stamps, a little small check once a month. Mm-hmm. But, everything worked out, and I was there for a while. Then Kent asked me, hey, I need to see you in my office. I thought, oh, shit. That's when my money came in. He goes, you going to have any problems cashing it? Oh, no. And then Kent goes, now what you want to do? You want us to help you find you a place? At the time, I said no. But about a week or two later, I started moving to YMCA. I said, never done that. Yeah. So I was there for a while, then went back being homeless. And my brother came down, and we was homeless about maybe, 6 to 8 years.
So what was that like?
Rough and cold at the same time, especially in the wintertime.
Mm-hmm. What's your source of income?
Well, To be honest with you, street speech, because I don't get Social Security or nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's street speech. This is how I make it.
Yeah.
With family and friends, but this is how I make it. Yeah.
So you've been kind of living. You lived with your sister, then you lived with some other people for a while.
Yeah, I did. I lived with a friend for a while, then he got tired, so now I live at the drunk tank.
Okay. Where were you staying?
Underneath the bridge on Mount Street, you go all the way down, and there's a bridge here, and like there's a circle that goes around, and there's a bypass that right there. That's where we was at.
Okay.
And like I said, Bill Nicky came down there one day and said that Franklin Station was going to be opening up. I said, you need to come in and put us on the waiting list.
And they're outreach workers,
Yes.
right? With
Yeah.
Mary Haven?
Nicky was, Bill was walking at Capital Crossroads at the time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Good.
And they both said, no, there's a waiting list about 2 or 3 months. I said, like we got anything else to do. But after that, we've been there about 6 years, and life's good, and I can't complain about nothing.
Good. Franklin
glad
Station.
I'm glad that they came down there because it was taking a toll on the old man. You can't tell about how many gray hairs I got now.
I can tell.
Back then, I didn't have this many.
Yeah.
So what's your plan now? What would you like to do? What would you like to? Where would you
Well,
like
be
to?
honest with you, I like to travel the world because when I was young, I traveled. You know what I'm saying? And it just seemed like it's so difficult for me to get a place here. I'm just really thinking about hitting the road again.
Okay.
You know, I'm 60 years old now, but I feel 18. You know, I mean, probably because of the way my lifestyle was. I played every sport it was, and I don't drink or do that or drugs or anything. And so, you know, I'm in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
You know, like my daughter said, I'm old, but to her, I'm old. She's 37. Hell, I had her. She didn't have me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm old to her, but to me, I feel 18, 21 because I can do those things.
That's good.
It's a blessing.
Okay.